to another episode of Nasty Edition Garage. So in today's episode, we're going to focus on getting this car as a roller. So there are a couple different things that I did do off camera, and I want to go over everything with you guys just to kind of get everybody up to speed on where we're at with the Toyota V6, okay? So as of right now, we're going to make it a roller just so then we can have some space to move it to the side, so then when George's car comes in, after we're finished with this motor, we can go ahead and do the motor swap. So we're gonna make it happen today, guys. We're gonna make it happen. I got a couple things that I've done off camera that I'm gonna want to go over with you guys. So let's get into it and let's go. All right, guys, and you guys know one of those things are this hood. I finally got the hood on, and I'm really excited just because it makes me feel like the car's coming together a lot faster and the way it should. Like everything fits really good, except like some of the sides. It's a little wonky just because I just put the hinges on there and then I just went ahead and installed the hood. I mean, I took no time to adjust anything, but for a no adjustment type of install, I think this looks so far so good. I just wanted to get it off the wall just so that I can put it on here and I can start actually aligning things together. That's going to be the objective of today too. I want to make sure that I get those fenders on, aligned well with the hood, just so then I can make sure that those are on. We are going to work on the bumper, and this is the infamous bumper, guys, that is going to go to this wide body kit. I love this front bumper and this front lip. This thing looks amazing, and I mean on the car it looks phenomenal. This kit, actually, fun fact, this kit has never been installed with this front lip, so I'm really excited. As you guys see, I got some primer overspray here, nothing crazy. I'll wet sand that and take care of that, but those still have to be installed. But this lip has never been installed on this car with it being carbon fiber. Mind you, this carbon fiber is not going to be the pattern that I'm going to be using, so guys, don't trip. This is not going to be what I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the honeycomb, this type of, right there, this type of pattern, so it's going to be real nice. I'm going to try to make it look all uniform so it'll be nice enough to put together. Alright, so I got the hinges back from Elvin's powder coating, and they look phenomenal. As you guys can tell, I did fit them with some fresh titanium, so excuse the dust and everything. They're doing this construction crap right across from my garage, so it makes it hard for me to record and do things that I need to do because you know, stuff like this happens. So I have to, after washing this car, I mean, everything looks like crap again because of all the dust and stuff that it's caused by that. So guys, sorry, I apologize, but let's take a look at this fresh titanium on this freshly powder coated hinge. It looks phenomenal on this car. I think the glossy black and the satin black make a good contrast together. So that's on. So now I want to really focus on trying to get these guys on and fit it appropriately. I know I still have to shave down some more up top for the bars, so I'm going to go ahead and do that as well with the Dremel. I'm going to put you guys on the camera stand just so you guys can watch everything that I'm doing, just so that I can do this with a little bit more precision, guys. And then we're going to go ahead and reinstall them here. Then we're going to go ahead and put on the front wheels, guys. So I'm really excited about it because I really want to do this and make sure that this car can be on all four wheels by the end of the year. That was one of my goals this year, so the goal itself is to make sure that the car can be a roller by the end of this year, and I think it's going to be possible, and I'm really excited because I haven't seen this car as a roller since it went out for paint, and before that, before I tore it down. So I'm really excited about it, and gotten it to this part, I think I'm very happy that it'll be a roller by the end of the year. So upcoming next year, it's going to be even more fun, because then at that point all I have to do is make sure that this baby is ready to go, and we'll go from there, guys. But let's go ahead, enough talking, and let's jump into these fenders. I want to go ahead and mod this fender a little bit more, shave it down a bit more, and then we're going to go ahead and try to put it on this side, because this is the side that was rubbing on. So we're going to go ahead and try to make sure that it fits there and fits well, so then I can mock it up with the actual hood and stuff like that. I want to make sure all the lines fit well. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Alright guys, as what you guys just witnessed was me shaving down some of this fender. Like I said I was going to do, I needed to curve it here just a bit. As you guys can see, I did curve it and kind of like did an incline here just so then it could go back to a thick form. And the reason why I'm doing this, if you guys weren't aware, is because my actual fender bar here does not allow this fender to fit. A little bit ago, I think I talked to you guys about this. Everything on this wide body kit, the driver's side, everything on the driver's side just fit very awkwardly. So everything on the driver's side is what needed to be have work done to it. So this is the driver's side fender. So I mean, it's really annoying to me, but what am I gonna do, right? I got the kit here already, and I really can't do anything about it. It's been years already at this point. So the only thing I can do is just mod it and make sure I do it myself. So guys, that's exactly what we're doing. So I got this shaved nice down, so we're gonna go ahead and apply it and install it onto the driver's side here, guys, and let's give it a shot. So let's go. Alrighty guys, I got the fender on there nicely bolted up with all the bolts. I was thinking about bolting on this bolt that goes behind this fender, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. The same thing with the bottom half here, just because it fits well, right? It fits a little well. This is still poking right here, so I'm going to have to trim that down or somehow, you know, kind of curve it a little bit, but this will fit. If I go ahead and just kind of force it, this will fit. So I think, I mean, the line is a little scary being that close. It's a little gap back here, but I'm not too worried about it because the side skirt comes all the way up to here, so I'm not really worried about the gapping down there. But this is on and this is looking good. So what I'm gonna want to do now is go ahead and drop this hood just to make sure that everything lines up fairly well. So let's go ahead and do that, and I'll show you guys the measurements. We'll get back to that section there where the hood and the fender close, so then we can see how the gaps look, and I don't know, I'm hoping that it closes without rubbing on the actual fender. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Everybody, as you guys can see, the gapping is not all that bad. I thought it was going to be way worse, and this is, again, no adjustments, just kind of going with it and putting it on, and it's starting to look pretty good, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, I am getting really excited about this, putting this thing down on the floor. But this is looking phenomenal, guys, and I'm loving how this combo is looking with the all carbon fiber and the carbon fiber fenders and carbon fiber doors. Guys, I don't think I've ever had it all together like this. And granted, again, this is not going to be the same pattern. It's not going to be like this. The pattern is all going to be honeycomb, so it's going to be worth it. But this is starting to look freaking awesome. Like, I am more than ecstatic on how this is coming out, guys. Like, check this. Look at how wide that is. Look at how wide that looks. This is just ridiculous how wide this is going to be from that fender, from the original fender rather. So guys, let's jump into the passenger side and let's get this fender on, so then we can go ahead and start putting on the front tires. Then we're going to go ahead and focus on the back and getting the tires and all the rods and arms and stuff situated and installed, just so then we can go ahead and put the struts and put the spindles and go ahead and put the wheels on this car. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. right, folks, we have the passenger side fender all nicely bolted up. It bolts up perfectly fine and well, unlike the driver's side fender that's giving me a headache. But what you guys also seen me do was connect the actual front radiator support to the fenders. So there's a little section here that connects. I did tighten it up with some fresh titanium, and I did the same thing to the driver's side. So guys, we pretty much got the fenders locked in place. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the hood again to make sure that this fits just as flush as it fits with the driver's side, and I'm hoping it does, just because I felt like it was happening too well. You know, it was too good to be true that everything was lining up well. The only thing that hasn't lined up well are the fenders, so I'm not too worried about that, because that just takes a little bit of modification. But this hood and these fenders, this is what counts. This is where it all makes for the make or break type of thing, just because everything is in place, not aligned, not, you know, adjusted in any way. So let's hope that everything at least fits somewhat okay, because then everything else just takes adjustments, guys. So let's dive into it and let's go. Alright guys, everything is in its place and bolted up, and as you guys can see, so far so good. So the body lines aren't horrible. So right here, as you guys can probably tell, it seems a little bit lower here on the hood than it is to the fender. Only reason is because I need to adjust the hood on the latch itself, just to lift it up a little bit and then bolt it in so it could stay up high. But everything for what it is, it looks pretty darn good, guys. Like this, for being carbon fiber, I would have to say that this is definitely coming out a lot better than what I expected it to be, and it by far looks a lot better than what I remember it, that's for sure. So guys, check this out. I am excited. Obviously I did not bolt down the fenders to the bottom of the chassis just yet, just because there are going to be still a lot of you know, moving of the parts that I have to do, so I'm not gonna bolt them in just yet. I just want this car to be a roller for right now, and I wanted to make sure that this actually fits up the way I remember it, and in fact it bolts up a lot better than what I remember it. So I am super excited about that, guys. Now check. Alright, because of movie magic, I do want to let you guys know we're going to take this up on the next day, because my battery is running out. I did not bother to charge my phone, so unfortunately we're going to have to take this up the next day. So let's go. Alright everybody, we are back here on the next day. So as you guys seen in the last segment, we did start to put everything together as far as the front end panels. We got the fenders, we have the hood, we have the passenger side fender as well. So all that is looking pretty decent. I did do some chopping here, so I mean there's still a little bit that I need to chop, and that's going to be right here in this corner, and I just need to kind of make a little divot here, maybe a little closer in, just so then it doesn't hit this, just because I want to make sure that I keep that bar on there. But moving forward, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put the front tires on the front end, and I'm super excited because I brought them out. I did bring them out from storage. So these here are the rear ones. These are 10.5 or 17 by 10.5. These are the wheel sizes that I'm using for the rear. These are my fronts. What size am I using here? We're doing is that 35? Yeah, two 35/40s on 17s on a 9.5-inch tire up front, and a 10.5-inch tire on the back. So we're gonna go ahead and move forward and go ahead and start installing these wheels back on, just so then we could drop this thing onto the floor and make it look right. So I'm super excited. on getting these tires on, just because it's been a while since I've seen it with some tires, and actually this complete anyway. So guys, let's jump into it and let's go. Everybody, as you guys can see, this looks so serious. I got both front tires on and this is looking great, guys. She looks thick. I'm just saying, she looks thick. It's looking really good, as you guys can see. Both front tires are on, so we're gonna go ahead now and move on to the back. I'm not sure if I explained this in the earlier segment or not, but I did install the subframe. That was all off camera. It is the satin black powder coated subframe. I did use some stainless steel and some titanium bolts in the combo right here. I couldn't find this bolt in titanium that was long enough, but I did find this one, so I did use this one as a titanium. This one is stainless steel. So now we have to install the arms and everything to the back end, including the suspension. I'm not adjusting any of the suspension or anything, guys. Again, this is just a rough mock-up of everything, so please take it as it is. We are going to be moving forward though with this build, just because I do want to have it onto the floor. One, just because I need a power wash this whole thing. Like, I really need to power wash everything, including the engine bay. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the engine bay has hella overspray and has hella dust and just needs to be cleaned. It's just horrible. So that's going to be next on the agenda at some point. But we're going to first have to put this as a roller, like I said, because we are soon going to have George's car here, and we're going to have to be putting in this 3S GTE. So, guys, let's jump into that rear end and let's go. First on the agenda, we're going to go ahead and install the lower control arms. So we're going to go ahead and install them on each side there. One goes right over there, and then the other one goes right here. Here they go after I have put the polyurethane bushings. I got the black ones in here on both ends. I didn't want to go this route, but I had them. I figured that I'd just use them. So until these go out, then I'll switch out to spheric bearings. But right now, this is it. So we're going to go ahead and install them real quick. I'm going to grab the bolts from my little bolt tray right over there. Then we're going to go ahead and install them, guys. So let's go. Alright folks, we have the control arms, the rear control arms on. We're going to go ahead and move on and install the trailing arms. I believe these are the trailing arms. I get confused with both of them. I don't know if these are the trailing arms or lower control. I know these are lower control arms. Trailing arms, I don't. I'm going to install some arms. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going to go ahead and install the next set of arms, which are going to be these babies. We're going to go ahead and install those and get those on as well. So let's jump into it, guys, and let's go. Everybody, now that we got both sides of the arms for the rear suspension on and installed, what we're going to be doing now is going forward and installing our last rear arm, which is going to be, hold on, let me just grab all of my freshly powder coated bezels here. Can't wait to install these things because these things are going to make the car look so brand new. I'm really excited about it. But here goes our arms. So these were not powder coated, they were just kind of sprayed a black coating just because I wasn't going to waste the money and powder coat the stock arms just because it just made no sense to me. Even though I did do that with the lower control arms, for this arm I just wasn't too keen on getting it powder coated. So one thing is that I just noticed though that is kind of a bummer. My old subframe has this same arm still attached, and I remember why, because the bolt was or the nut behind the bolt was stripped, so therefore that bolt is still stuck in there, which then leads me to why I only have one bolt here. So it looks like we're probably gonna have to take a trip to Home Depot to go check it out to see if I can find that bolt specifically. If I can't, guys, then we're gonna have to hold on this episode. We're gonna have to conclude it. yeah, if we can't find a bolt at Home Depot, then we're gonna have to conclude this episode. And then I'm gonna have to go ahead online and do some research and try to order it. So, guys, let's jump into it. Let's go to Home Depot and let's go. Alright guys, so unfortunately, as you guys seen, I went to Home Depot and could not find the bolt, which was not surprising. I didn't expect to find the bolt there. I just thought I'd give it a shot. So what I'm going to do right now is go inside, get on the computer and order this bolt. I'm probably going to order 2 of them just so that I have them. But guys, like, we're going to have to pick up in about a week or 2 whenever this thing comes in. So let's go. Alright guys, so I did come back from Home Depot, and unfortunately Home Depot doesn't have the bolt we need. So I'm gonna have to go order it. I'm going online sometime tonight, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to find it. I don't know the exact size of it, so I'm gonna have to do a little research, but I'm gonna go ahead and find it. Probably gonna get it in titanium or whatnot. But I did pick up right here some wheel dollies, just because I was talking to George, and George said he wants to bring his car in on Saturday, so then I can start pulling out the motor of his old MR2. So we gotta move her. We're gonna move her, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera around so I can show you guys what I did. You guys can see I emptied out everything that was on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build these dollies really quick. Just let me show you what they are real quick. It's the Pittsburgh 1,500 pound dollies. It's basically each dolly holds 1,500 pounds. So I think that's gonna be fine for the Toyota MR2. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put the dollies on the front. And obviously I don't got the back fully built, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and use these kneeling pads. I'm going to put the kneeling pads on each of the dollies and put them each on the like that hump right there, that little, let's see, right there on each end, just so then I can move the car to the side and get it off the jack stand. So wish me luck, guys. Hopefully this works, but I got to move this car and move it way over here. So what I'm going to do is try to push it as far up against the wall as I can, and try to make it happen. So guys, let's jump into it. I'm going to build these things. I'm going to put you guys on a quick time lapse. So let's go. Folks, you guys see me put together these vehicle dollies from Harbor Freight Tools. My first look on these things, man, these things are super hardy. Like, I mean, these things are like, I mean, legit are hardy as hell. Like, I was kind of skeptic at first trying to buying them because I really wanted the other dollies, the Daytona dollies that they had, just because I was like, these look kind of cheap, and you know, I don't know about them. But damn, after putting them together, I have no doubt that they'll support the MR2 perfectly fine. I really like these things, and I'm really glad I bought them. So big shout out to Harbor Freight Tools. Thank you guys for having these available. I mean, they're gonna work. This is gonna be good. So guys, let's just jump into it. Let's go ahead and put these dollies under this MR2 and try to get this MR2 down on the ground, so then we can actually push it up against this wall here and make some space for another MR2, guys. So let's get this done, guys, so we can conclude this episode. Let's go. right, guys, as you guys can see, I got it on the Harbor Freight vehicle dollies. Those car dollies work phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie to you, they're working as they should. I got this going on back here. This is a little sketchy. Don't judge me for this, but I feel okay with it. I feel okay. I don't feel okay with it, but goddamn, like, what am I gonna do? Like, this is the only way to move it, and I need to make room here for George's car, so then we can swap this bad boy out in here. So I think this is gonna be more than enough room. What I'm gonna try to do is try to slant George's car about that way, just so that I can maximize my width on the back end. So what I'm gonna do right now, guys, is conclude this episode. We got the V6 green carbon fiber V6 turbo MR2 on the floor on some wheel dollies just for now, just because we had to move it to the side because George will be bringing his car in on Saturday, and today is Friday, so tomorrow he'll be bringing his car in, and we'll be swapping it for this 3S GTE 5th gen that I just put together for him, and this thing is looking mighty fine, guys. Got a couple things to do left, but I just got the other titanium bolts in to go ahead and put the timing belt cover, and this thing is looking phenomenal. So guys, this is going to conclude today's episode. Again, like, share, subscribe. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate every single one of my subscribers, and guys, everybody who has bought from my website, thank you so much. You guys have done a great job, and again, thank you.